We have a very serious story coming out of Ukraine. Russia managed an aerial strike over an unsuspecting riverside town just south of Kyiv. So here's what's going on. We have a small town called Rishkiv, and we don't know why this town was targeted, but what we do know is that there were 4 people who've been taken out and many more have been injured. The Ukrainian military has even stated we have 21 drones that have been flown over in droves, but we've managed to take out 16 of them. Not only that, the Ukrainian military was also able to identify these drones called the Shahid suicide drones. Now, we have a lot of issues here. Considering China was just trying to negotiate a peace deal between Ukraine and Russia, we also have to consider these drones come from Iran. But let me break down the tweet from Zelensky. Here's the tweet from Zelensky. Every time someone tries to hear the word peace in Moscow, another order is given there for such criminal strikes. We also have confirmed reporting from outside of the Ukrainian government, so not Zelensky. We have people showing pictures and videos of the aftermath of the strike in this river town. And I'm only saying this because from the other side of the spectrum, we have people who do not believe this strike is legitimate. They want more proof, and I just have to say we have outside sources confirming this happened. Now, the biggest reason as to why Russia did this drone strike in Ukraine, many people are speculating, is because of what happened in Crimea. Russia says Crimea is constantly provoked by drones, by sea and by air. And recently there was a missile strike that hit Crimea, and Russia says it was Ukraine. This obviously really pissed off Russia, considering Putin was just in Crimea, so he wanted to prove it was a safe area. We also have to consider that the Chinese president was just in Moscow when this all happened. So it only makes sense, and I think there is proper speculation as to why Russia would perform such a drone strike. I'm not condemning them, I'm just giving the speculation as to why they would do a drone strike on this random town. Now, from a tactical standpoint, it goes to show that Russia does have the capability to still strike deep into Ukraine. I don't think anyone doubted that, but a lot of people have been focusing on Bakhmut, on Putin going into Mariupol, but it goes to show Russia is still watching deep into Ukraine. Now, I also want to be careful as to why this specific town was targeted. We have no idea why, but what we do know is that it is deep in Ukraine and it's rather close to the capital of Ukraine. The other issue is no tactical targets have been acquired in this situation. It seems to be that a civilian location of a dormitory was taken out, so that's an issue for Russia. We also have to consider it looks like Russia could care less about what the ICC, the International Criminal Court, has to say about war crimes. So I think Russia at this point doesn't care what happens. They're willing to do what it takes to piss off their opposition. What this truly looks like is a retaliation effort from Russia. And what I mean by that is you need to look at the context of what they're coming from. I am not condoning their strikes. They took out a civilian population once again, and we have video evidence. But when you look at where they are coming from, they're saying, hey, you took out Crimea, and that's our territory. United States is bringing in drones. Ukraine is bringing in drones. So we're going to bring in our own drones. This also is a psychological attack on the Ukrainians, considering Putin straight up said he does not care about the war crimes that have been charged against him. And not only that, the Russian government backs that. We have to remember, Russia does not see this as a legitimate war. They see this as a special operation. So in their own eyes, they can do whatever it takes to take out their opposition.